Welcome back. Now, Lignaverda, driven by Entrepreneurs Without Borders, is reforesting semi-arid areas at risk of land degradation and desertification. Now, the organization creates forests by planting trees while prioritizing the well-being of people who inhabit the reforested regions. Now, Dr. Wouter Vanhove, who is the operational director of Entrepreneurs Without Frontiers, joins us this morning to engage us on the above mentioned matter. Good morning, Doctor, and welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Good morning, and greetings from Taka, near the beautiful Kavango River.
Okay, so you are in Kavango. Are you in Kavango East or Kavango West?
This is Kavango West, but we are around 30 kilometers too.
Okay. Now, Dr. Lignaverda, driven by Lignaverda, which is a member of the UN Association and B Impact, among others, talk to us about the operations of this non-profit organization and what drove you to end up being here in Namibia.
Yeah, so Lignaverda is a climate organization, meaning that we want to run projects with a meaningful impact around the globe. We are focusing on semi-arid African countries. These are the regions where climate change is mostly felt. The vision and the strategy for our organization is that sustainable landscapes can provide sustainable life, and this is why we work together with rural communities to plant trees and integrate it with crops. And in this way, we maximize biodiversity, carbon capture, and also livelihood. We are reforesting land since 2020 in the north of Africa. That is in Senegal, where we already reforested 6,000 hectares, and we work with partners there who contribute to what is called a Great Green Wall, so a wall of trees which is intended to protect the population from desertification. Our sponsors are mainly Belgian companies who want to invest in projects which enhance sustainability of their operations.
Now, we know that Lignaverda had its first afroforestation project in Namibia in 2023. Maybe talk to us about the foundation of the project as well as the progress that you have made thus far.
Okay, so actually I'm just near this project site. It's a gut orchard in Sia, near Rundu, Kavango West. We have a very close cooperation with the Ministry of Environment and Tourism for the reforestation of that site. It's a site both experimental and a proof of concept. We are testing various combinations of trees and tree planting techniques, which later we would like to expand elsewhere in Namibia. Okay. It's a very exciting time now, as we are currently planting around 1,000 trees that have been raised for more than half a year in the state-of-the-art nursery that we have produced, and these trees will be planted on about 16 hectares.
Okay. Now, we understand that you are due to plan to test in Sia whether there is spontaneous natural regeneration. What does this mean, and what is the progress in this regard?
Okay, so spontaneous natural regeneration is actually, well, the whole idea behind it is that if you protect trees from browsing livestock and exclude wood harvesting from the field, and that trees will grow or regrow automatically. We will then just protect the fields by fencing it off, and then cut out some trees to ensure tree diversity, and then we will prune trees so that they grow in the shape of tree. And later on, in collaboration with Namibia universities, we will also follow up nation and biomass growth and development of that plant.
Okay. Now, we understand that you will also explore how native drought-resistant trees can also be sustainably mixed with fruit trees with commercial value. But talk to us about it. What is the idea behind this? Are we hoping to commercialize the other trees that are native and drought-resilient with commercial ones?
We noticed that when we talk to people here in the north that do value indigenous trees, they are keen on planting indigenous drought-tolerant trees. At the same time, they also want to increase the profitability of their farming operations. So this is why we are testing how we can actually fruit trees with these indigenous trees to see if, nature restoration and profit making can be reconciled. Some of the native or indigenous that we are planting include the Berchemia or Embe. The road is also there. Then we have Zambezit, Manketi, so many of the trees that are naturally here in the area. These trees are drought resistant, they are well adapted to the local environment, and they also produce fruit and other non-timber products a nutritional value. Among the fruit trees are mangoes, cypress, macadamia, avocados, and many more.
Okay. Now, from what we can pick up is that we strongly believe in restoring natural ecosystem, which is a strategy which is huge and multi-phased impact. From your point of view, how can this be attained, especially when it comes to restoring natural ecosystems? How can this be attained, especially with a semi-arid country such as Namibia and the different environments that you find in Namibia? The conditions that you'll find in the north are not necessarily the ones that you are likely to find in the coastal towns of Namibia.
Exactly. So the environment is very challenging, and natural ecosystems are actually the best nature-based solutions for climate mitigation. Trees store carbon, attracting CO2, which is excessive in the atmosphere, and they store it in their biomass. So that's the first reason why trees are actually a climate solution. At the same time, trees also have to adapt to climate change. Trees cool climate, they restore soil fertility, they provide many ecosystem services such as pollination to the farmers that badly need it because them. The climate is changing and they will see a reduction in agricultural production. So trees can actually be a solution to that challenge. Not to forget that trees can also be a source of income for people who can make crops in systems, sell fruits and other non-timber products which they get from these trees that we are planting.
Okay. Now, let's talk about what does the future hold now for the first afforestation project in Namibia? Afforestation project in Namibia, what does it mean and what is the way forward? Are you happy with the progress? If I heard you correctly, you talked about the fact that you are on a mission to plant approximately 1,000 trees?
Yes, these trees are rain-fed. It's something a lot here. But we're also finalizing a state-of-the-art irrigation that will help us to survive the trees when the rainy season comes to an end in a couple of months. Furthermore, we work in close collaboration with Belgian and also we are to Namibian universities to assess the impact of our pilot site in South Africa. We also have Namibian researchers and students involved here. At the same time, we are exploring future partnerships with Namibian farmers for landscape restoration, reforestation in the coming years.
Okay. Is there anything else that we might have left out this morning that you want to share with us before we let you go and get back to the good work that you're doing?
No. I think we covered most of the important issues.
Okay. Well, Dr. Wouter, thank you very much for making time to speak to us this morning.
It was a pleasure. Have a good day.
Okay.
Bye.
Now, that was Dr. Wouter Vanhove, who is the Operational Director, Entrepreneurs Without Frontiers, talking to us about the Lignaverda project that is currently taking place in Namibia, which is driven by Entrepreneurs Without Border, which is a reforesting a semi-arid areas at risk of land degradation and desertification in Namibia. Currently speaking, you are speaking to us all the way there from Kavango West region, pardon me, where they are on a mission to plant approximately 1,000 trees there in the region. Stay tuned as Ndiji brings you the news at 7.